What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Marshall versus James Madison Week 8 college football matchup going down Thursday, October 19th, 2023. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games I love the most, including my daily $19 best bet, make sure that you head on over to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. But let's get to this one between Marshall and James Madison. Marshall coming into this one 4-2 on the year, 2-4 against the number after back-to-back road losses. The most recent one, a 41-24 loss to Georgia State. Meanwhile, JMU coming in 6-0 on the year, 4-2 against the number after a 41-13 victory over Georgia Southern in their last matchup. And now let's start with Marshall. I mean, that loss to Georgia State really stung, especially, they were in it nip and tuck at the end of the third quarter, and then two touchdowns in the fourth from Georgia State really put it away, and it was a balanced attack from Georgia State as well. Rushed for 240 yards on 42 carries, so just under 6 yards per carry. On the other side, he had 234 passing yards. So, Georgia State was able to pick apart, Georgia State was able to pick apart Marshall. Now, can James Madison do the same? Potentially they could. I mean, they're definitely all right at running the football, sort of average middle of the pack in terms of rushing, 63rd in the country, averaging 156.7 rushing yards per game, and that is where you can really attack this Marshall defense. They're 118th in rush defense this season. Now, James Madison, they don't love to necessarily pass the football. They're 93rd in the country in terms of pass attempts per game, going up against the top 15 pass defense in Marshall. But I just don't know how much I love this JMU offense on the road. I mean, they've had close wins. Yeah, sure, they beat up on Utah State. They got that win by a touchdown. But prior to that, they had road wins over Troy by 2 points, a Troy team that's not necessarily known for being the same defensive team that they were last season, and a 1-point win over a bad Virginia team. So, we've seen JMU have close calls on the road, and Marshall, while, they do like to run the football, they're top 40 rushing attempts per game, and they're going up against the top rush defense in the country in JMU that's allowing just 42.8 rushing yards per game. They're also going up against one of the worst pass defenses in the country, and you look at sort of the attempts of rushing to passing per game, they're almost even. You almost see as many pass attempts for Marshall per game as you do rushing attempts, and this is a top 50 passing offense from Marshall that threw for over 300 yards against Georgia State last week. Cam Fancher has shown that he can make those plays. He's thrown for 300 plus in back-to-back weeks. And I just think this is a spot where you're going to see this game come down to the wire. It could be a game, that's decided by a field goal. And getting 3.5 here, I think, could prove handy. I think this is a must-win game for Marshall to get themselves back on track. JMU, they're trying to keep their perfect record intact, but like I said, I think it's going to be highly competitive. I look for the last team to have the ball to potentially win this game. So I'm going to go with the Marshall Thundering Herd and the 3.5 points in this one. That's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium. While you're at Pickdawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. And while you're at our YouTube channel, make sure you have notifications turned on so you can be the first to be in the know when the newest content drops here at Pickdawgz. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.